Hello, everybody. It is the 8-man Division I All-Star Game for the state of Kansas. Jeremy McGuire along with color analyst Larry Jantz on Smoky Hills Public Television. Larry, last year the West got the best of things. This year the East is hoping to come back, and Romney Runyon has quite a powerful backfield in that Osborne State Championship duo with Maverick LaRock and Ubelaker.
Absolutely, and of course what he mentioned, Coach Runyon said, well, hey, they're state champs. They just steamrolled everybody. We're going to hurry up, get the ball, hustle up, get the ball to either Ubelaker or LaRock, and let them do their magic.
You look on the other side, and Paul Dole, the head coach from Little River, is going to be is running the show there. If the ball gets in the air, I might be a little bit surprised in that when they have the ball.
This is 8-man football, but if it's 11-man, this is a little bit of vision of maybe Coach Barta up at Smith Center days, because it's going to be run, just to cloud of dust. 3 yards on this brand new turf, by the way. In Crexland, only 7 weeks ago, they put all this here brand new sod down, a combination of fescue, and bluegrass. It's incredible field with this short period of time. We just hope the clouds and the rain stays away, so it'll be a great venue for both games today.
A 10 o'clock start this morning, does that mess with these kids as it kind of gets them out of routine for what would be a normal game day for football?
Oh, I don't think so. I think they're ready to go. They'll play a little smash mouth football because they've been having their practices at this time in the morning anyway. I think acclimated because they knew it was 10 o'clock start, Division I. So they've already been practicing early in the morning to get ready for this, Jeremy.
What's the key?
Well, the key is for the West team is you better hold on the ball. You better not fumble. Of course, he wants to bend but don't break and hit with intensity, and just don't fumble, don't turnovers. If they have no turnovers, they got a chance. But it's going to be a steamrolling by both teams. Can they stop the running backs of those Osborne Bulldogs? Can they stop Ubelaker's speed and the strength of him as well as LaRock? That'll be a big question up front. Who controls the line of scrimmage?
It's going to be a fun one. The 8-man Division I All-Star Games. We'll have more from Trojan Field and Beloit. This is Smoky Hills Public Television.
Production of the pregame of the 8-man Division I All-Star Football Game is brought to you in part by an underwriting grant from Anderson Reichert Anderson LLC, one-stop portal for tax and or business services. Anderson Reichert and Anderson LLC of Osborne, supporting local high school athletes and public broadcasting.
And welcome back to Trojan Field and Beloit. We're now joined by Paul Dole, the head coach at Little River. And Coach, I tell you what, an exciting time to be the head coach of the West squad. You guys are going to get after it today, aren't you?
Yeah, what a great time to be a football player, 8-man football player, senior that gets an opportunity to come up here and play and participate with all these other great athletes against these great athletes. The East squad's got some great kids and some great coaches. And for me personally, just a chance to work with these kids and do some teaching and do some learning also.
How much game planning can you do in a short week like this, getting a group together and preparing for football today?
Not much. Can't do much game planning because you got to get these kids that have never worked together for the most part to work together and run one system. And so you're worried more about yourself. And you don't know necessarily exactly who's calling what on the other side. You can make some guesses, but you don't want to get too set in concrete on any of that stuff. So really worried more about getting ourselves ready than worried about what they're going to do specifically.
What's going to be the key today for you guys to come away with the victory on the West side?
I think our offensive line have got to do a great job of sticking on blocks. Again, the East side has got some big kids and some very athletic kids, and so our offensive line's really going to have to stick on their blocks. And defensively, we're just going to have to do our assignment, not get too carried away trying to cover the whole field. Each individual kid just do their 1/8, and as a team, we can hopefully get them stopped.
Football in summer, you can't beat it, can you?
You can't beat it. The NCK Technical School just treats us like kings. We get to eat and go to practice, and then eat, and then go to practice. And for a football player, football coach, it's a marvelous 5 days.
Coach, thanks for the time and good luck today.
And thank you guys for all the coverage that you give the kids. It's good exposure for these young men.
Well, it's our pleasure. We appreciate it. So it is the 8-man Division I All-Star Game here in Kansas. We'll have more from Trojan Field when we come back on Smoky Hills Public Television.
Production of the pregame of the 8-man Division I All-Star Football Game is brought to you in part by an underwriting grant from Anderson Reichert Anderson LLC, one-stop portal for tax and or business services. Anderson, Reichert, and Anderson, LLC of Osborne, supporting local high school athletes and public broadcasting.
Welcome back to Trojan Field in Beloit. It is the 8-man Division I State All-Star Game. I'm Jeremy McGuire, now joined by the head coach of the East Squad, Romney Runyon from Central Burton. And Coach, what a week. It's kind of a whirlwind. It's hard to believe it's game day already.
That's correct. It's been a blur. I think we're prepared. We're going to come out and have some fun and just blow it all out here Saturday morning.
You look at your team, what do you feel the strength is for your East squad?
Well, I like our run game, but we're so versatile. We can spread the field and throw it too. So defensively, a lot of speed, but you're going to probably hear that from some of the other coaches too. But I like the way things are looking.
You look on the offensive side, you probably feel a little bit lucky that you have a state championship backfield back there with LaRock and Ubelaker. Some of your thoughts on those kids this week?
Well, they're going to obviously mesh well together. We've also got one of their pulling guards up front too, so that's one of the benefits of them winning state. We get to have 3 of their kids on this team. So I like the way things look with the run game. Kids have familiarity with each other, so we're going to be fine.
What's going to be the key for the East to come away with a win this year?
Well, I think we just don't make turnovers and no missed tackles. I mean, that's going to be it. We play hard on defense and we execute our offense without mistakes. I mean, it looks like we might have some weather coming in. If it gets to be a sloppy game, we got to hold on to the football. So,
Coach, good luck today and have a little fun with it, okay?
Jeremy, I do appreciate it. I'm probably feeling a little tight right now, but I'm ready to go. Thanks.
Sounds great. Good luck. We'll have more from Trojan Field and Beloit when we come back on Smoky Hills Public Television.
Production of the pregame of the 8-man Division I All-Star Football Game is brought to you in part by an underwriting grant from Anderson, Reichert, Anderson, LLC. One-stop portal for tax and or business services. Anderson, Reichert, and Anderson, LLC of Osborne, supporting local high school athletes and public broadcasting.
For D1 East, number 5, Kenton Ubelager. Osborne High School, Coach Steve Turnan, parents Kenny and Sherry Ubelaker. For D1 West, number 7, Dylan T-Meyer. Rollins County High School, Coach Dion Hornack, parents Dave and Kayla T-Meyer. For D1 East, number 7, Brett Peters. Lynn High School, Coach Jeremy Miller, parents Ned and Deb Peters. For D1 West, number 8, Trevor Powell. Kiowa County High School, Coach Clint Young, parents Travis and Heather Powell. For D1 East, number 10, Anthony Hawkins. South Haven High School, Coach David Hughes, parents Mike and Shine Hawkins. For D1 West, number 11, Mason DeMars from Solomon High School. Coach Tim Cross, parents Brad DeMars and Melissa DeMars. For D1 East, number 11, Zane Mills, Sedan High School. Coach Mick Holt, parents Mr. TJ Mills and Mrs. Jill Gray. For D1 West, number 12, Kobe Lindsay. South Central High School, Matt Smith is his coach. Chris and Nikki Lindsay are his parents. For D1 East, number 13, Caleb Denoon, Yates Center High School. Coach Ben Wine, parents Doug and Andrea Denoon. For D1 West, number 13, Chase Kennedy, Hoxie High School, coached by Lance Barr, parents Scott Kennedy and Rochelle Stevenson. For D1 East, number 14, Robert Arnold, Yates Center High School, Coach Ben Ween, parents Rusty and Loretta Arnold. For D1 West, number 14, Cole Steckline, Nest City High School, coached by Chris Bamberger, parents Kevin Steckline and Tracy Steckline. For D1 East, number 21, Paxton Knoll, West Elk High School, Coach Chris Haig, Parents B.G. and Darian Law and Thomas Knoll. For D1 West, number 21, Colton Zink. Central Plains High School, coached by Chris Steiner. Parents Tony and Tiffany Zink. For D1 East, number 20, Caden Vanderpool. Meridicine High School, coached by Butch Jones. Parents R.E. and Tammy Vanderpool. For D1 West, number 15, Nathan Brooks. South Central High School, Coach Matt Smith. Parents Russell and Lisa Brooks. For D1 East, number 22, Austin Biggerstaff. Clifton Clyde High School, coached by Russ Steinbrock. Parents Mike and Ricky Fight and Rob Biggerstaff. For D1 West, number 17, Trevor Hawkins. Nest City High School, coached by Chris Bamberger. Parents Shauna Hawkins and John and Amanda Hawkins. For D1 East, number 23, Dallas Thompson, Madison High School, coached by Fred McClain. Troy and Michelle Thompson are his parents. For D1 West, number 34, Mark Elward, coached by Tim Cross from Solomon High School. Parents Robert and Linda Elward. For D1 East, from Meridicine High School, number 24, Matt Jones, coached by Butch Jones. Parents Butch and Sonia Jones. For D1 West, number 40, Zach Shue, Hodgman County High School, coached by Matt Hoffman. Parents Mike and Jennifer Shue. For D1 East, number 32, Maverick LaRock, Osborne High School, coached by Steve Tiernan. Parents Wes and Julie LaRock. D1 West, number 44, John Terhune, Kiowa County High School, coached by Clint Young. Parents Chris and Dodie Young. From D1 East, number 34, Devin Freeman, Rock Hills High School. Brock McMillan's his coach, and his parents are Mike and Kathy Freeman. D1 West, number 54, Cameron Ginther, Rollins County High School, coached by Dion Hornick. Parents Blaine and Aaron Ginther. For D1 East, number 44, Caleb Galino, Clifton Clyde High School, coached by Russ Steinbrock. Parents Scott Galino and Debbie Galino. For D1 West, number 62, Colton Panzer, Lincoln School, coached by Gary Lowry. Parents Michael Panzer and Joette Veneri. For D1 East, number 64, Xavier Jabari, Peabody High School, coached by David Pickens. Parents Larry and Karen Larson. For D1 West, number 79, Mitchell Johnson, Hoxie High School, coached by Lance Barr. Parents Rick and Kristen Johnson. For D1 East, number 68, Colin Berkeley, Osborne High School, coached by Steve Turnan. Parents are Calvin Berkeley and Danita Scheit. For D1 West, number 82, Trevor Smyers, Little River High School, coached by Paul Gold. Parents Troy and Christy Smyers. For D1 East, number 81, Wellstelk High School, Chris Haig is his coach. Parents Casey and Tracy Smith. For D1 West, number 95, Evan Liebel, coached by Central Plains High School, coached by Chris Steiner. Parents Todd and Carla Liebel. And last from Division I West, number 98, Connor Hari, Pretty Perry High School, coached by C.T. Young. Parents Ron and Hari and Crystal Glass.
And those are our introduction of the D1 East All-Stars and the Division I West All-Stars. We'll have more from Trojan Field in Beloit when we come back on Smoky Hills Public Television.
Production of the pregame of the 8-man Division I All-Star Football game is brought to you in part by an underwriting grant from Anderson Reichert Anderson LLC, one-stop portal for tax and or business services. Anderson Reichert and Anderson LLC of Osborne, supporting local high school athletes and public broadcasting.
And welcome back to Trojan Field in Beloit, the 8-man Division I All-Star game on Smoky Hills Public Television. Jeremy McGuire back with you, along with color analyst Larry Jansen. Larry, as they go out to midfield for the coin toss, what an absolutely almost picture-perfect, gorgeous day we have for football today.
The cloud just broke away here, Jeremy, just in time, it looks like here. Got good sunshine, great new turf, 7 weeks old. Great job by Rodney Palin and all the crew at Beloit Trojan facilities here in Hayes, and here in Beloit, excuse me. And, it's pretty nice.
You look at on the field, these guys are gonna be playing their first game since a lot of them since the end of October, some of them since into November with the playoffs. But how long does it take for them to get right back into the mix of things and get ready to play some football?
Well, I don't think it takes much at all, Jeremy, because of this track. They had track just last week, so these are athletes. They're in shape. I think they'll just get right there, and at the first 2 or 3 hits, they'll be ready to go.
And the East had won the toss. They deferred to the second half, so the West will receive the opening kickoff, and they will go from right to left on our television screen. So it should be pretty exciting to see how things get going. So defensively, it will start out with the East on defense and the West on offense. We're going to give you the starting lineups on both sides here in just a moment, just depending on how far back this kick goes. And the turf looks great, the field looks great, the facilities are ready to go, and a good crowd on hand for football today. East breaks the huddle. Jubelaker and Thompson out there lead the way. Osborne and Madison, there's a history of some pretty good 8-man football here in the state of Kansas.
Of course, your coaches, the head coach for, of course, the West, the red team would be Paul Dole from Little River, assisted by Chris Steiner of Central Plains, and of course Clinton Young of Kiowa County.
And Devin Freeman from Rock Hills will kick off. And back deep is Tanner Tranbarger and Trevor Powell. And the kick is underway. It is deep, and it is going to be into the end zone, and an automatic touchback as Trevor Powell from Kiowa County lets the ball sail over his head and through the end zone. Let's look at your starters for the offense of the Division I West All-Stars. Mitchell Johnson from Hoxie is the center. The guards, Evan Liebel from Central Plains and Zach Shue from Hodgman County. The quarterback is Trevor Powell from Kiowa County. The tight ends, Kobe Lindsay from South Central and Trevor Smyers from Little River. And in the backfield, Chase Kennedy from Hoxie and Alex Krager from Hodgman County. And it's going to be Powell right up the middle to start things off, and he is going to be undercut right there in the middle on that tackle. For the East All-Stars was Xavier Jabari from Peabody Burns from his nose guard position. Otherwise, defensively for the East All-Stars, Elijah Smith from West Elk and Dallas Thompson from Madison will knock down the ends. The linebackers, J.T. Yunker, South Haven, Matt Jones from Meridicine Valley. And then we'll get the rest of them here in just a moment. Here comes a pitch to the near side and going absolutely nowhere. Tanner Tranbarger from Maxville in the ball game. He gets nowhere. So Tranbarger goes nowhere. Powell picked up a couple on his first carry. It's going to be 3rd down and 8. The defensive backfield, Caden Vanderpool from Meridicine Valley. And then your cornerback, Zane Mills from Sedan. And Freeman from Rock Hills. 3rd down and 8. Here we go. Powell in the shotgun. He's going to roll to his right, looking to pass. Still looking, throws it over the middle. The pass is caught, and that's going to be a 1st down. Trevor Smyers from Little River on the catch, and it's a 1st down after a pickup of 9 yards on 3rd down and 8.
And that's kind of unusual, Jeremy, because Paul Dold, he always wanted to kind of just have the double tight ends and run, kept running the ball, but they was forced to a 3rd and long to throw that pass, but so it was a nice completion.
And a nice catch over the middle in some traffic.
Absolutely. Great job. First down for the West.
First down of the ball game, up to the 26-yard line. Man in motion, and they're going to have our first penalty of the ball game. And I believe we're going to have a legal procedure. And that is the call. So our first penalty of the ball game.
Devin Treaster, the white hat official, says illegal procedure. We'll go 1st and 15.
First down and 15. You'll see some guys coming in and out of the ball game. We'll try and keep everything in line for you. Trevor Powell threw for 187 yards, 7 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions this year, so took good care of the football for Kiowa County. Showing a little blitz. Now it's going to be pitched to the other way, and in some trouble is Chase Kennedy. He's upended over on the far side. Coming in to make the tackle was Zane Mills from Sedan. A loss of a yard on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 16.
Zane Mills done a great job for the Sedan Blue Devils. Had 63 tackles this year and 3 fumble recoveries. Playing quarterback today, and he did a great job filling the hole right where he's supposed to be. Good, sound football.
Just underway, 9:40 to go first quarter. No score. First possession of the ball game. 2nd down and 16 for the West. Kennedy in motion again. They're going to come to the near side and going absolutely nowhere. Picking up 2 was Powell. Good job by Elijah Smith from West Elk making the initial contact. A pickup of about 1.5 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 15.
Yeah, Trevor Powell did a little quarterback kind of counter right up the gut. Of course, he had passing this year, had 12 for 33, 187 yards, and 7 touchdowns, and had 2 picks.
They will spread it out this time on 3rd down and 15. Back to pass. Kennedy's the quarterback this time. Floats one out. He completes it to Powell. It's a first down and then some. Matt Jones on the tackle, but not before they get into East territory down at the 38-yard line.
That was a rare treat there too, Jeremy, because you got Kennedy in there as a throw that there. He's a left-handed quarterback, so he did a great job there. Just rolled out the left, kind of a naked bootleg, and found a receiver, Powell, and good gain of very time they needed for the West squad.
Kennedy threw for 637 yards and 9 touchdowns this year for the Hoxie Indians. 2nd first down of the ball game, and the 2nd 3rd down conversion of the game as well for the West side.
Kid did a great job for those Hoxie Indians. Also carried the ball 169 times for almost 1,000 yards, 980 and 18 touchdowns. So here we go.
Paul Dold using his kids to the best of their ability. There's a little counter action again. Powell makes one man miss, and then Devin Freeman comes in to clean things up after a pickup of 2 yards on the play. 2nd down and 8.
He's kind of throwing the whole playbook at him so far, hasn't he? A little bit of everything in it, a little up the gut and a little misdirection.
Now they're going to be setting some things up for later in the ball game. You know, you see what the like Coach said in the pregame, you don't really know the tendency what the other guys are going to do, but you can pick some of that up in the first part of the ball game.
Yeah,
it is going to be Powell again. He's going to pitch it to the outside. Look out, Tranbarger is going to be brought down inside the 25 down to the 22-yard line, a pickup of 14 and a first down. Tanner Tranbarger on the carry from Maxville.
Boy, did a great job. A great time, great pitch on that deal there. He had 184 carries this year for 1,108 yards and 20 touchdowns. Tanner Tranbarger from the Maxville Mustangs.
You saw Caden Vanderpool come in to clean things up, or that would have went all the way.
Absolutely.
3 first downs for the West squad there, marching. And JT Yunker from South Haven wanted to take that handoff.
You think?
I think so. First penalty against the East squad. And just mixing up that snap count. Yunker was ready to come down the throat of the West squad that time.
If there's counting by twos, he missed a count. 2, 4, 6, and he jumped the gun, didn't he?
First down and 5. The ball spotted at the 17-yard line. A nice drive, taking up 5 minutes off the clock already. Powell with Man in motion. He's going to give it off to Kennedy. He squirts outside and is going to be brought down. Vanderpool comes in again for the tackle. Inside the 15, brought down at the 14, a pickup of 3.
Short of the first down, but man, that was a great job there by Chase Kennedy.
Brought down by number 20, Vanderpool.
So second down, and we're going to call it 2 after the pickup of 3 for Chase Kennedy. They're really driving the ball well. This is going to be a straight right up the gut, and I believe enough for a first down. A pickup of 3 on the play by Powell, right into the teeth of that defense.
Brought down by a horde of Division I East players.
And it's going to be first down and 10. I believe there's just outside the goal line. You can't get a first down right at the goal line. So first down and 10. With the West squad really driving. If you're the East squad, you'd like to take their heart out and stop them right here and then go the other way. In motion is Kennedy. He gets the ball. No, that's not Kennedy. That's going to be a nice pickup on the carry.
Alex Krager.
That time was Krager from Hodgman County as he came around. A pickup of 4, but I bet we're going to have legal block in the back, it looks.
Unfortunately, that's a great job there by Alex Krager. Did a great job there. 5'11", 170-pounder for Hodgman County Longhorns.
And so that will march him back 10.
And of course, he played quarterback for them and had 36 passes for 36 out of 64 for 640 yards this year, and also rushed the ball 204 times for almost 1,800 yards, 32 touchdowns for the run. And you saw how elusive he almost was then. Did a great job cutting back.
And that penalty hurts because it's from the spot of the foul is 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, so essentially a 12-yard penalty brings up first down and goal from the 22.
Call it goal because it's less than the football to get a first down, isn't it?
In motion, Kennedy. Powell's going to keep it. Looking, has a man wide open. It's caught inside the 10, down to the 4-yard line. In on the catch was Cameron Ginther from Rawlins County. He brings it in. He was wide open down at the 4, picks up 18 yards at second and goal. Boy, look at that. He was wide open. The big fella wanted to make sure he grabbed it.
He made sure they cradled that ball and got it in there.
Here it is. Powell going to go left side. A great block. Touchdown. Boy, what a block from Chase Kennedy from Hoxie. And Powell goes in from 4 yards out, and we have our first score of the ball game. The West All-Stars on top 6-0.
That's great ball control by Coach Paul Dole's team. That's exactly what he wanted to have, ball control. And, man, they did a great job executing all the way down there. First series of the game, score.
The 4-yard touchdown run with 5:15 to go in the first quarter. Now they're going to go for 2. And it is going to, the give is to T. Meyer. Or Tranbarger, he is in for the touchdown. Tanner Tranbarger in for the touchdown with 5:15 to go in the first quarter. It is 8-0 West after a fantastic drive down the field.
Was that a little dipsy doodle, wasn't it?
8-0 score brought to you by Panzer Inc. And I'll tell you what, the West really showed me something there, Larry. They used the run, they used the pass, and scored a nice touchdown.
When they were seemed to be forced to use the pass too, and then they were very successful. Whenever the defense, you knew that okay, they're third and long, they got to pass, and they did, and are successful doing it too. So it's good patience, good timing, and only weeks practice. That shows a lot of finesse by the athletic ability of these kids, though, how they performed.
Just, I mean, they did what they needed to do, and I'll tell you, one of the guys that really came together on that drive was Trevor Powell, the young man from Kiowa County High School. He's going to attend Fort Hays State University, major in pre-physical therapy. He's going to play some football for Chris Brown and the Tigers. Here's the kick.
Off.
It's deep. It is going to be into the end zone, and Kenton Ubelaker says, come on, let me run it out. And he will go out to the 15-yard line. So let's take a look at our starters. Offensively for the East squad at center, John Bott, 6'6", 205 from Lynn. The guards are Colin Berkeley from Osborne, Xavier Jabari from Peabody Burns, quarterback Anthony Hawkins from South Haven, the tailback Kenton Ubelaker from Osborne, fullback is Maverick LaRock from Osborne. Get the rest of them here in just a moment. There is Ubelaker left side. He wants to make something big happen. He's run out of bounds by Mason DeMars from Solomon. Tight end is Matt Jones from Meridocene Valley. Another tight end is Robert Arnold from Yates Center. A pickup on the play of, looks like 6 yards for Kenton Ubelaker on the first carry of the ball game for the East squad. We'll get your West defensive starters after this play. Anthony Hawkins from South Haven up underneath center. He's going to throw it. Looking. He's going to keep it and run. Gets a block. Up across the 30 and brought down at the 30, about the 32-yard line. We'll call it at the 32, so a pickup of 11 yards on the play for Hawkins and an East first down. Your West starters defensively, the defensive ends, Don Terhune from Kiowa County and Connor Howry from Pretty Prairie. Cameron Ginther, Rollins County, is the nose guard. Linebackers, Colton Zink from Central Plains and Mark Elward from Solomon. Defensive backs, Tanner Trambarger from Maxville. And there's a give off the left side to Maverick LaRock, and he pushes the pile for a pickup of 6.
Right side of the West Side defense.
6 yards on the carry for LaRock. Second down and 4. Dylan Tiemeyer and Mason DeMars. Tiemeyer from Rollins County, one cornerback, DeMars on the other side. Second down and 4. The ball spotted at the 38-yard line. A little offset I formation now behind Hawkins. He's going to give a little delay handoff up the middle to LaRock, and he is stacked up and he is pushed backwards. Ginther on the play from Rollins County. He made the initial contact, had a little bit of help from Mark Elward of Solomon. That's no gain on the play, 3rd down and 4.
What a state game he had for the Osborne Bulldogs when they won the state in the actual 5 touchdowns, over 250-some yards in that ball game. And, of course, for the year, he had 164 carries, 1,344 yards, 27 touchdowns, Maverick LaRock.
3rd down and 4. They'll split Ubelaker out to the far side, LaRock the lone back. It's going to be Ubelaker on a little give and go around, and he is going to be shut down short of the first down. Coming in to make the play was Elward of Solomon. A pickup of a yard on the play. It's 4th and 3.
The first critical decision for Coach Romney Runyon and the East squad.
And I am not surprised. They are going to go for it.
That's right about midfield. Why not?
Mitchell Johnson from Hoxie checks in, the big fella, 6'5", 220 at the nose guard position. It is going to be Ubelaker right side, cuts it back. He's got a first down. He needed 3. He picked up 5 down to the 36-yard line, and what a good cutback by the Osborne Bulldog. It's first down.
It's a great zig and zag. I mean, he made a good cut and did that all on his own right there.
Boy, this first quarter is flying. 2:55 to go. 8-0 West squad. Your score brought to you by Panzer Inc. 1st and 10 from the West 36. Hawkins gets it to Ubelaker. He goes left, gets a nice lead block from LaRock. He picks up 6 yards. 2nd down and 4.
Great job by Kenton Ubelaker, the 5'9", 180-pounder from the Osborne Bulldogs. Of course, he had 186 carries this year for over 1,500 yards and 25 touchdowns. He also caught the ball 37 times for 533 yards and 9 touchdowns on the receiving end. So,
and he's coming off the side right now, a little gimpy. So we'll see what's wrong with Ubelaker. So that will bring Caden Vanderpool. Averaged 10 yards a carry this year for Meridocene Valley. He's going to go left side to LaRock. He's looking to pick up a few yards. He gets 2 as he went through some traffic. Elward in on the play, also DeMars. A couple of Solomon Gorillas, 3rd down and 2.
Hope Kenton Ubelaker's injury is short-lived and gets back out there pretty soon. He's also one of the 2 8-man guys for the West that's be on the Shrine Bowl team later this summer.
3rd down and 2. And Hawkins is going to keep it. Depends on the spot. I believe he has enough for the first down. He got pushed back, but it looks like his forward momentum is going to take him past the first down marker. Are they going to measure for it?
He's got to call timeout.
They are going to measure for it.
Devin Treaster, the white hat, says, let's bring the chain gang in. Of course, while they give us time there, these referees are experienced. They've had many state, sub-state games and state championships. It's Scott Creer, Jamie McClure, Ron Tinbrink, Lenny Pacey, and Devin Treaster. That's your crew here working the Division I All-Star game. Uh-oh.
And it is short. That's why you measure. I thought he had it by plenty, but Hawkins needed 2. He picked up 1. Another fourth down attempt coming for the East squad.
There's just a few blades of grass that got in your way, or you would have had that just right, I think.
I'll bet 32 gets it. Here's fourth down and about an inch.
I'd say it's a fullback dive.
Hawkins, he's going to take it himself. He's going to lean forward. He has the first down. Picked up a couple on the play down to the 25-yard line. So Hawkins was able to get it that time, and with a minute 12 to go in the first quarter, only our second possession of the ball game, Larry Jantz. These two teams getting after it defensively.
Absolutely. And Anthony Hawkins had 658 yards and 7 touchdowns this year. When he rushed the ball, over 1,100 yards and 14 touchdowns. So a pretty good quarterback for South Haven.
First down and 10, just inside the 25. Hawkins is going to keep it. He has the block, and he flips over down to the 20-yard line, picks up 5 on the play.
It was almost like that flip off that pep rally down. You see that? Little cartwheel there.
So pick up a 5 for Hawkins, and Paul Dold had a heart attack as Mason DeMars went flipping off the trailer at the pep rally yesterday afternoon. I mean, literally flipped off the trailer.
Backflip, too.
I don't even like to do that off a diving board. He did it onto concrete.
Oh.
But he was okay. He landed it. Second down and 5 after the 5-yard pickup from Hawkins. Jubelaker back in. Now they're going to throw it. Looking out in the flat, Jubelaker makes a catch inside the 15 down to the 11-yard line. A pickup of 9 yards on the carry or on the play and a first down, and the first pass of the ball game for the East squad.
I guarantee you what, if the only way you get him out of there if he had a broken bone, because them Jubelakers, they're tough. You don't come out of the game very easy.
And he's coming back out.
But he won't be out long.
He'll probably start moving him in and out, and that is going to be the final play of the first quarter. We played one quarter. We have ourselves quite a ball game in the 8-man Division I All-Star game.
And we're only in the second series.
The West squad on top by a score of 8-0. We'll be back with your second quarter from Beloit on Smoky Hills Public Television.
Production of the 8-man Division I All-Star Football Game is brought to you in part by an underwriting grant from
Rural Telephone and Nextech, providing the region with telephone, internet, cable television, and wireless phone solutions. Rural Telephone and Nextech proudly support public broadcasting and all ventures dedicated to improving Kansas communities.
Panzer Incorporated of Lincoln installs open and closed cell spray on polyurethane foam insulation. They work statewide and use BASF product on new or existing buildings, including crawl spaces and agricultural, commercial, and residential structures. The law office of Dietz & Hardman, with locations in Osborne and Smith Center, extends congratulations and best wishes to all the athletes earning 8-man Division I All-Star recognition. Your achievement is a source of pride for all of us. Good job. Pryor Automatic Fire Sprinkler Incorporated, serving the fire protection needs of Kansas, specializing in the design and installation of automatic fire sprinkler systems in new and existing buildings for residential, commercial, and industrial customers. Pryor Automatic Fire Sprinkler Incorporated, when quality means safety. Main Street Drug, Osborne. Simmons Furniture and Appliance, Osborne. H&B Communications, Holyrood. Fidelity Property Management, Jetmore.
Back at Trojan Stadium in Beloit, 8-0, the West All-Stars lead as we start the second quarter, but the East All-Stars are driving from their own 15. They're down to the West 11-yard line, only our second possession of the ball game. Jeremy McGuire along with color analyst Larry Jansen. Ball control's been the name of the game so far.
Absolutely. Of course, that's what the East team wanted to do. Offense set. You saw a lot of double tight ends there, an eye or the other. They also do a pro and a spread. Of course, the favorite plays are going to do a lot of trap and lead off the counters. We've seen that with counters with Ubelaker. And, of course, then they have to go to spread. They're going to go to crossing routes. So it'll be interesting to see what they do here for Coach Romney Runyon, the head coach from Central to Burden.
First down and 10 from the 11-yard line. So all the scoring action has been in the east end zone so far, directional-wise.
Absolutely.
First and 10 from the 11. The ball's
fumble.
on the ground.
Fumble.
I believe Hawkins got on it. And you're going to have some of that in all-star games where you're not used to the snap. John Bott, the 6'6", 205er from Lynn, and they got on it right at the line of scrimmage, second down and 10.
Yeah, I don't think Hawkins, he was ready to pull out that time, and so he didn't follow the center of the half a count with him, and of course the ball came up between them, but luckily they recovered their own fumble, and second down and 10.
Second down and 10. Jones splits out to the far side, and he had 22 receptions, 6 touchdowns this year. They're throwing it that way. It's a fade pattern. Jones is out there. He's got it. Touchdown, East Squad. A beautiful fade pattern to the corner of the end zone, and the East Squad is a 2-point conversion away from tying the football game, an 11-yard strike.
Of course, that's a good target. He's 6'6". Matt Jones is 6'6", 215 pounds. He had a tight end there, of course, 22 receptions, 6 touchdowns this year, and he showed you some of his athletic ability about how he snared that right inside the pylon.
So an 11-yard touchdown strike. And here's the 2-point conversion. LaRock left side leaning. He's got it. He just got the ball over the goal line, and the 2-point conversion is good. With 11:25 to go in the first half, we're all tied up at 8 points apiece, and we have ourselves quite a game. And there's a beautiful look at that pass in the air. Jones went up, and he was able to bring it down. Got the foot in. Hey, that's good on Sundays, too. He got both feet in the touchdown. The coverage pretty decent from Dylan Tiemeyer of the West Squad, but when you have a 6'6" guy out there going up against a kid that's not 6'6", you're going to be in some trouble.
Yeah, Dylan 6'1", 175-pounder from Rollins County, Buffaloes out there. But he had 4 interceptions this year and 3 fumble recoveries and 47 tackles, but he's tough to go against that 6'6" end that, like you're talking about, from Matt Jones.
Well, now you have the East defense is going to be back out on the field, the West offense. Have they figured each other out a little bit as to what they're going to want to do?
I don't think so yet. But I'll tell you what, that ball control is what both teams did, and they did a great job of it. It's been a long time, I think, since we've ever seen that take place in any type of all-star game, isn't it? State game or anything. That could ball control by either team, correct?
Yes, sir. You keep the ball, you know the other team's not scoring. Devin Freeman to kick it deep. This one's going to be returnable for Powell. They're going to fake the handoff. And here comes Powell to the right side. And a nice tackle made over there on the East All-Stars by Caleb Danoon from Yates Center. In on the tackle. Powell returned it to the 16-yard line, first down and 10. The West Squad will be back out there. Have Zek Shue from Hodgman County, Mitchell Johnson, Evan Liebel on that front line.
Coach Dole sought in that play there from Little River. So here's the snap.
Kennedy in motion. Now there's a little reverse action, and the handoff this time is going to go to Kobe Lindsay from South Central, and he's going to pick up about 4 yards on the play. It'll bring up second down and 6.
Pretty good job out of that old double tight end type offense. So it's a run. That little deception there. Little inside reverse, wasn't it? Double handoff.
Yep. Lindsay from South Central, 84 carries, 780 yards, and 8 touchdowns. So even though he's playing end in this game, he is no stranger to handling the ball. Second down and 6. And we're going to have a timeout on the field, so we will take it with you. 10:34 to go in the first half. We're tied at 8. 8-man Division I All-Star game on Smoky Hills Public Television.
Production of the 8-man Division I All-Star football game is brought to you in part by an underwriting grant from ADM Grain, Jetmore. Northwest Kansas Pizza Huts, located in Norton, Oberlin, Plainville, Waukegan, Hill City, Stockton, Atwood, St. Francis, Smith Center, Ellsworth, Hoisington, Lincoln, Osborne, Goodland, Colby, and Oakley support our area high school athletes.
BTI in Buckland, Greensburg, Ness City, and Pratt.
Pryor Automatic Fire Sprinkler Incorporated, serving the fire protection needs of Kansas, specializing in the design and installation of automatic fire sprinkler systems in new and existing buildings for residential, commercial, and industrial customers. Pryor Automatic Fire Sprinkler Incorporated, when quality means safety. The Farmers Bank, Osborne.
Yeah, the West Side wanting to talk about things a little bit with 10:34 to go in the first half. 8-8 our score. Facing a second down and a long 6 or a short 7. Either way you want to take it. Jeremy McGuire and Larry Jantz along with you, and a picture-perfect day for football here in Beloit. Krager in the backfield, and Kennedy. Kennedy in motion. It is going to be Powell coming near side, looking for a lead block, and he got destroyed.
He got tattooed in there by number 7, Brett Peters, didn't he, from Lynn? He had that there. He snuffed out that play.
JT Yunker on the play as well. Came in. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 6 now after a pickup of about a half a yard on the play.
Look for a play action pass out of this here offensive set.
Well, if you're the East squad, you almost have to be expecting that. They did it a couple times in the last possession. Gregor goes to talk with Powell, and we are going to have another timeout.
A little confusion, and that's easy to say because they've only had a week to do this and not familiar with maybe the offensive strategies by them, and these kids come from different programs and different coaching styles and techniques, so that's easy to do, and luckily haven't happened earlier.
8-8 is our score. Our score brought to you by Panzer Inc. Jeremy McGuire, Larry Jantz, the entire crew from Smoky Hills Public Television, bringing you the 8-man Division I All-Star Game from Trojan Field in Beloit. It's been a great week for these young men. We came in yesterday, Larry, and tell you what, they've been all business getting ready for the game, especially yesterday.
They were all serious. We went through that, and then, of course, like last night, we saw some of their just run-throughs, go through all the drills, kicking team, receiving team, punt team, all that there, just making sure they try to get everybody on the same page and the same book with what the coaches desire them to do. And, of course, here you got Coach Paul Dole, the head coach from Little River, and you got Chris Steinger from Central Plains, and, of course, Clint Young.
Here we go, 3rd down, and back to pass. In some trouble. Here they come running out of it. Tanner Trambarger, he's going to have a 1st down all the way up across the 30 to the 34-yard line.
And the old Maxville Mustang.
3 carries, 29 yards so far for Trambarger. With Paul Dole just split everybody out and then let Trambarger do his magic. And it is a 1st down. I think somebody might have
thrown a shoe.
Lost something out there. And trying to get that shoe taken care of is Trambarger over on the far side, and an official's timeout for equipment.
Devin Treaster has an official timeout. He's wearing a white hat today.
So Trambarger is going to go back in the quarterback slot. And over to the far side. You got Kennedy in one slot on one side, Krager on the other. The snap goes past Trambarger. He picks it up, has a little bit of running room. He's going to make a little something out of nothing. And he's going to be brought down over there on the far side. The penalty flag, I think we might have leading with the head or helmet might be the call over there on the far side.
Got a zebra convention to discuss what it's going to be, and Devin Treaster will let you know what the penalty is.
A pickup of 3 on the play for Trambarger. Then we'll have a penalty. Unsportsmanlike conduct is going to be called against the East squad, so that's 15 yards, and that will result in a West 1st down. So they'll mark it 15 yards from the spot of the foul after the 3-yard pickup.
And
It'll be into East territory.
And Jeremy, that's a first bad snap we've had from the West team this so far in the game, and kind of rare when you're back there in a shotgun formation about everything, or pro set. Some of them call it the pistol, some call it the wildcat, shotgun, pro set, different names, about the same thing.
First down at the 28-yard line. So the West Side is going to keep running it at him. Lindsay split to the far side. Here they go. It's going to be Trambarger up the middle again. Breaks the tackle.
He's shifting.
Breaks another one. He's on the way, but that is going to come back. That's going to be a hold.
Scott Creer caught an infraction.
I have to guess it's going to be a hold, and that's what it is. That's going to be a 10-yard infraction against the West squad. And that's going to move him back 10, and so instead of near a first down, that's going to be first down and long.
And part of the 3 keys that Coach Dole gave us, Jeremy, before the game, for an offensive victory for the West team was to stick on their blocks. Don't hold them, but stick on the blocks and limit turnovers, and, of course, be patient. Let things happen for you. That was his 3 keys for victory, and that's probably not a happy camper on the sideline when you have a holding penalty like that, especially after a great game by Trambarger.
Well, the last time they did that, they went and threw about an 18-yard pass to get it down towards the goal line. Now Kennedy left side. He's going to go against the grain. Still going to take a run. Gets a good block, but is not going to get very far. He's going to pick up about 2 yards on the play. It'll bring up second down and 20.
Was that J.T. Younger on that, or was that Brett Peters?
Younger on the play.
Younger. He's the all-time leading tackler for the South Haven team. All 6 foot, 205 pounds of J.T. Younger. Says, welcome to the turf.
Second down and 20 from the 38-yard line. 8:20 to go. First half tied at 8 points apiece. Our score brought to you by Panther Inc. Kennedy will go up underneath center this time. Mitchell Johnson will snap it to him. A pass coming down, has a man out there. Pass interference is going to be called on the far side. Caleb Danoon didn't turn around. The intended receiver was Tanner Trambarger. So pass interference, so we're going to come back the other way. And right there,
you don't turn around and look at the ball either.
He knocked it away, but just like you said, he didn't turn around. It is not an automatic first down.
5 foot, 765 pounds from Yates Center, Caleb Danoon on the coverage.
They got to mark it, I believe, 15 yards from the spot of the foul, so it'll be second down and 5. Second down and 5. The ball will be at the 23-yard line. 15-yard penalty on the East squad.
Got a full house too.
This time it's Krager taking the snap, and he is going to be hit, breaks a tackle, and is going to be held short of the first down. Elijah Smith from West Elk on the tackle, a pickup of 3 on the play from Alex Krager.
That there on the format like that with that quarterback is like a reversed, almost like the old wishbone, remember? And the Maxwell Mustangs used that offense with Coach Roselle Danford years ago. So get it to the back guy and just have 2 bulls in front of you leading the way.
Third down and 2.
Twins to the left. One back set.
Kennedy from Hoxie going to option it to the left side, looking for a gap. He's going to be hit and dropped. J.T. Junker in on the tackle from South Haven. He got an arm on Kennedy and wasn't going to let him go. A loss of a yard on the play. 4th down and 3.
Tough call, tough decision here for the West team, huh?
Oh, I think they'll go for it.
Oh, you know they're going to
easy
go
call.
for it,
just where you go with it, that's the question. But you got a lot of a lot of weapons in the backfields. We come up on the 6:38 mark, and they are going to go for it, and it will be Trambarger that will be taking the deep snap. Krager and Kennedy flank him. Trambarger, it's a bad snap. It's on the ground, and he's down. Smith from West Elk makes sure he doesn't go any further, and that is going to be a loss of 7 on the play and a turnover on downs with 6:25 to go in the first half.
Defensive end Elijah Smith, 6'7", 205 pounds from West Elk. He had 84 tackles this year, 1 interception and 2 fumble recoveries. Then he showed you right there. You get a bad snap that just messed up the timing, and now you got the East ball.
Well, East is out there. And again, Hawkins with LaRock and Ubelaker. Ubelaker is going to get the pitch. Wanting to show some patience, going to be hit and dropped.
Short
DeMars, and also out there from Clifton Clyde, from Kiowa County was John Terhune. A pickup of 3 on the play, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, John Terhune is at 6 foot, 200 pound. Had 46 tackles and 2 fumble recoveries this year for Kiowa County. And he plays left end today for the West All-Stars.
2nd down and 7. And it's going to be LaRock. He goes left side. He's hit. Boy, nice collision there. Elward, DeMars, Connor Howery from Pretty Prairie. We'll call his name again for the first time.
Yeah.
Pickup of 3 on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
Mark Albert, linebacker, of course, from Solomon Gorillas. A 6 foot, 200 pounder, number 34. Did a great job filling the hole and stopping that Maverick LaRock for a short gain. 3rd and a long 3.
I would look for a play action pass here. It is going to be LaRock. He goes to the right side. He has all kinds of running room. Maverick LaRock has a couple men to beat. He's brought down at the 10-yard line. A pickup of 32 yards and a first down.
That's almost like a replay of a state game when Osborne Bulldogs won the state, wasn't it?
Oh, man.
He steamrolled him then and steamroll him here. When he gets out in the open, he's got some speed, plus his strength and size.
Yep, they're going to mark it at the 11-yard line.
And you know what? In the discus, he had 158.8, one of the top discus throwers at the state track meet, too.
Yeah, he's a well-rounded athlete.
Going to go play for Chris Brown, Fort Hays State Tiger.
1st down and 10 from the 11. And it's going to be Ubelaker. He's going to be hit and dropped. He's going to pick up a yard on the play.
He had a brick wall.
Yeah,
Was it a brick wall?
Try and keep track of who was in there on the tackle. Not 100% sure. A pickup of 1, 2nd down and 9.
I think John Terhune was one of the men on the left end. He closed it, but you got Cameron Githers, the old nose guard, 6'2", 225 pounder for Rollins County Buffaloes. Yeah, I'm sure he was in there, number 54.
Now they have Terhune lined up over the ball.
Yeah.
They're moving some guys around. Zach Shue from Hodgman County's in there.
Yeah.
Howery, a stand-up in on one side. It's going to be
bootleg.
Hawkins.
Bootleg.
A little bootleg to the outside, and he is blasted as he gets inside the 5. And is brought down. Elward in on the tackle. Also over there was Peters for Tiermeyer.
And Tiermeyer, yeah.
And it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 3 yards to go. A pickup of 6 on the play.
Dylan Tiermeyer, one of them on that tackle there. 47 tackles this year. 4 interceptions, 3 fumble recoveries for Dion Herenick out there at the Rollins County Buffaloes. 6 foot and 175 pounder.
Now we'll see what the East squad has for a play here on the goal line. Ubelaker comes out. Vanderpool in at tailback. Hawkins will take the snap with LaRock directly behind him. Maverick gets the carry. He's fighting for the goal line. He is going to be held up short of the goal line, but he has enough for a first down. He picks up 3 yards.
Yeah, he needed 3 for first down and 4 for a touchdown. I think he got the first down, didn't he? He's close.
6 carries, 45 yards in the first half for LaRock.
1st and goal and a smidgen.
3:47 to go and counting here at Trojan Field in the first half. Hawkins, he's going to keep it himself. He leans in. He's in for the touchdown. Anthony Hawkins with his 7th carry of the ball game results in another East score. And with 3:37 to go in the first half, the East, they are on top by a score of 14-8.
With a 2-point extra point attempt coming up. Been good ball control. The only that one mishap there by the bad snap by the West, and that always shows the strength of a good team when you can create a turnover and drive it on down and score. Great job of the East.
They are going for two. Hawkins is going to give it off the left side. LaRock again needs to break a tackle and another one. He's pushed out, and he did not make the 2-point conversion as the run fails, but not before the East All-Stars get on the board again. They've scored 14 unanswered, Larry Jantz, capped off by the 1-yard scoring plunge from Anthony Hawkins out of South Haven. The East All-Stars looking to, I guess, redeem themselves a little bit from a year ago when they got thumped in that ball game.
That's a great job. That's right. A great job there by even Leibel from Central Plains, 6 foot, 190 pounder, had 135 tackles this year and a 1 fumble recovery. And very few people kind of force old Maverick LaRock out of the end zone, and kind of out of bounds, but he did a great job that time.
Well, let's see if we can get some action on a kick return. Freeman will kick it away from the 30. And back deep for the west side is going to be Trambarger. Also out there is Trevor Hawkins from Ness City.
Ronnie Tenbrink gives him the ball, and he puts it down, and we're ready to go by Mr. 34.
Freeman will put the ball in the air. And that ball is going to come down in the hands of Trambarger. He has it. He fakes a handoff to Hawkins. Coming near side, slips.
Down.
And
that could be a
belted, but there was no whistle until that play. And you're taught to go into the whistle. There was no whistle. It looked like Trambarger might have slipped down. And tell you what, over there on the far side, Chris Steiner is not very happy, thinking that their whistle should have been blown or there should have been a penalty flag thrown or something.
I don't think they're thinking about ordering pizza at this time, are they?
No,
I don't think so. Thin and crispy?
They might have been discussing who needs more breath mints or not.
Oh, yeah.
First down and 10 from the 13.
Guess what? You forgot to use scope this morning. Well, I did? Yeah. See you, Coach.
Kennedy's going to take the snap. Trambarger and Krager flank him. It's Trambarger in motion. And Kennedy's going to get a lead from Trambarger. He's going to have a little bit of running room before he's upended across the 20, up near the 23-yard line and close to a first down. Nice run by Kennedy, a nice lead block on the outside. Trambarger, and a pickup of 9 on the play. 5 carries, 12 yards for the Hoxie Indian, Chase Kennedy.
Yeah, second less than 1.
3 minutes to go, first half. See how the short clock offense work. Here comes Kennedy. We'll see what he has for speed. He's going to be cut down. Coming over on the near side to make the tackle was Austin Biggerstaff from Clifton Clyde.
And Caden Vanderpool, both of them finished off. Number 22, Austin Biggerstaff, 48 tackles, 3 interceptions.
Just took out his legs.
And 2 fumble recoveries. Austin Biggerstaff, 5'9", 150-pounder from the Clifton Clyde Eagles, as well as Caden Vanderpool from number 20.
Meridocene Valley. First down and 10 at the 32-yard line. That ball gets by Kennedy. It's on the ground, and I believe Kennedy has it. We do have a penalty flag at the line of scrimmage. So we'll see what that is. And boy, Kennedy knew that he might be in trouble as Elijah Smith was barreling down towards him. And we'll see what the flag is. And it's going to be against the West squad. I would imagine the East would decline. That is a chop block.
Chop block against West side.
And so they're looking, they're going to mark that one off. Well, I might be inclined to decline that. You already have a 10-yard loss on the play, but they are going to take the penalty, a 15-yarder against the West side.
Trying to go for field position and then try to get the ball back before first half ends. I think that's probably what the East strategy is by Romney Runyon.
1st and 25. East on top, 14-8, 2:28 to go first half. Kennedy in the shotgun. He's going to get it to Trambarger. He's going to throw it back to the backside.
He's wide open.
He's got it. He's got a first down.
Wow, what a
a little trickery from Paul Dold and the West squad. And a nice pickup on the play of 30 yards and a first down.
Old quarterback throwback. One quarterback to another one. Great job by Trambarger to old Chase Kennedy.
Boy, I tell you what, if he leads Kennedy a little bit more there, he might still be running.
That's right. You're absolutely correct.
But still made the yardage and has a first down. Now the West squad has only one timeout remaining in this half. So with 2 minutes to go, their 2-minute offense is going to have to be efficient, and that can sometimes be difficult in these all-star games.
But at least you're on the East 33-yard line.
Kennedy, this time he's going to hand it off to Krager. Alex trying to get to the outside. He is cut down.
Took too long for that play to develop.
Behind the line of scrimmage. And Yunker over there on the tackle for South Haven. A loss of 1 on the play, 2nd and 11.
You can see why J.T. Yunker is the all-time leading tackler for South Haven. He's everywhere. Seems to be so far in the first half.
He hunts after the football, that's for sure.
He's got a nose for that ball, don't he?
2nd down and 11. And we got some cheering going on over here on the near side. West squad from the 34-yard line. 34 yards away from pay dirt and tying the ball game. Kennedy gonna roll to his right, looking for some running room. He's cut off, breaks a tackle,
wow, great
breaks
job.
Another tackle.
Wow.
Still on his feet.
He's got
a
incredible
first down. Chase Kennedy picks up 12 yards and a first down.
That's what you call never die.
Man, Kennedy all over the place.
My goodness gracious, how many tackles did he break? 1, 2, 3, 4, huh?
He broke a ton of them.
He would not be denied.
Now they have to hurry to the line of scrimmage as the clock runs
Yeah.
with 47 seconds. As we mentioned, only one timeout remaining, so expect them to put it in the air here.
The clock's not in their favor.
I might be inclined
Better put the ball in the
run,
air.
to run that same play. Down to 34 seconds. They're quickly to the line. Mitchell Johnson will snap it back to his teammate. And they are going
Timeout
to
first.
use the timeout.
First.
Timeout called with 27 seconds left in the first half. 14-8 is the score. We'll be back with your final 27 seconds after this timeout on Smoky Hills Public Television.
Production of the 8-man Division I All-Star Football Game is brought to you in part by an underwriting grant from the Law Office of Dietz and Hardman, with locations in Osborne and Smith Center, extends congratulations and best wishes to all the athletes earning 8-man Division I All-Star recognition. Your achievement is a source of pride for all of us. Good job.
BTI in Buckland, Greensburg, Ness City, and Pratt.
The Farmers Bank, Osborne. ADM Grain, Jetmore. Main Street Drug, Osborne. Simmons Furniture and Appliance, Osborne. H&B Communications, Holyrood. Fidelity Property Management, Jetmore.
27 seconds to go in the first half. The West All-Stars trailing 14-8. Have it 1st and 10 at the East 22-yard line.
And they're out of timeouts.
Yeah, no timeouts remaining. That's big, so they need to get a first down or get out of bounds or score.
Or 4 pass plays in a row, whatever.
1st down and 10. Kennedy's going to throw it. Looking to the backside. Trambarger's out there. It is intercepted! Intercepted on the play.
Yeah,
Zane Mills from Sedan pulls it in, and you know that his head coach over there, Mick Holt from Sedan, an assistant on the East squad, pretty excited about that. 20 seconds left and an opportunity for the East squad to make some hay.
Absolutely. Zane Mills, cornerback, had 63 tackles, 3 fumble recoveries, 6'2", 180-pounder from Sedan Blue Devils. The home of old Les Davis. He kind of made that famous. Les Davis, longtime coach. Now Mick Holt.
1st down and 10 from the 16 for the East. We'll see if they try to do anything here. There's a pitch back. It's going to be Ubelaker coming in near side. Gets a block and is going absolutely nowhere. Elward on the tackle. The clock will run, and I think Romney Runyon's going to be happy going in at halftime with the lead. No gain on the play for Ubelaker. and the clock has struck 0 in the first half. We have ourselves quite a ball game. The East All-Stars score 14 in the second quarter, and they have the lead at halftime by a score of 14-8. When we come back, we'll have your second half. This is the 8-man Division I All-Star Game on Smoky Hills Public Television.
Production of the 8-man Division I All-Star Football Game is brought to you in part by an underwriting grant from Pryor Automatic Fire Sprinkler Incorporated, serving the fire protection needs of Kansas, specializing in the design and installation of automatic fire sprinkler systems in new and existing buildings for residential, commercial, and industrial customers. Pryor Automatic Fire Sprinkler Incorporated, when quality means safety. The Farmers Bank, Osborne. Main Street Drug, Osborne. Simmons Furniture and Appliance, Osborne. H&B Communications, Holyrood. Fidelity Property Management, Jetmore. ADM Grain, Jetmore.
From Rural Telephone and Nextech, providing the region with telephone, internet, cable television, and wireless phone solutions, Rural Telephone and Nextech proudly support public broadcasting and all ventures dedicated to improving Kansas communities.
Panzer Incorporated of Lincoln installs open and closed cell spray on polyurethane foam insulation. They work statewide and use BASF product on new or existing buildings, including crawl spaces and agricultural, commercial, and residential structures.
BTI in Buckland, Greensburg, Ness City, and Pratt.
Northwest Kansas Pizza Huts, located in Norton, Oberlin, Plainville, Waukeeny, Hill City, Stockton, Atwood, St. Francis, Smith Center, Ellsworth, Hoisington, Lincoln, Osborne, Goodland, Colby, and Oakley, support our area high school athletes. The Law Office of Dietz and Hardman, with locations in Osborne and Smith Center, extends congratulations and best wishes to all the athletes earning 8-man Division I All-Star recognition. Your achievement is a source of pride for all of us. Good job.
Welcome back to Trojan Field in Beloit. We're about ready to start our second half. The East All-Stars with a 14-8 lead in the Kansas 8-man Division I All-Star game. It's now time for our halftime stats, brought to you by Midway Co-op, serving agriculture in 4 counties of north central Kansas. Midway Co-op is a proud supporter of our area athletes. Looking at the numbers first, for the West squad, they have 9 first downs, 78 passing yards, 77 rushing yards for 155 total yards. They did have 1 turnover, an interception, and 4 penalties for 44 yards. And as we mentioned, the 9 first downs and 8 points on the board for the West squad. For the East squad, 6 first downs, 20 yards passing, 93 yards through the air, 113 total yards. They fumbled the ball once on a snap but did not lose it. 3 penalties for 35 yards and 14 points on the board. So yardage-wise, the West with 155, the East with 113. Again, our halftime stats brought to you by Midway Co-op, serving agriculture in 4 counties of north central Kansas. Midway Co-op is a proud supporter of our area athletes. Now joined by color analyst Larry Jansen. Larry, you look at that first half, and we knew that both coaches wanted to control the football, wanted to keep it in their hands, and it was pretty obvious. Both squads did a very good job of handling the football, 3 possessions each.
That's right, but the only bad snaps by the West team kept him, I think, from even having the ball control there. And then that last one was kind of a floating duck. That last pass did get intercepted. Nothing wrong with how it was intercepted, because they read that very well. That's a Dan kid, like you mentioned earlier. Just a great job reading it. Just jumped up, snagged that interception, and of course the East team run out the clock, and the first half's over with. But you're right, ball control. Both of them did a great job, and here we are, getting ready to start the second half here, Jeremy.
West will kick off. Colton Zink will put it in the air from Central Plains. Caden Vanderpool from Meridicine Valley back deep. Also back deep is Caleb Danoon from Yates Center. So Zink will put it in the air. It's a high end over ender.
It's
That's
out
going
of
to
here.
go into the end zone and will be a touchback. And we will start with the East squad moving from our left to our right. Trying to create a little bit of gap in the ball game here as they lead by 6 points. And the 2-point conversions can be vitally important. And you definitely need to convert. Hawkins will be back out as quarterback for the East squad. Jubelaker and LaRock behind him in the backfield. Arnold and Jones, the tight ends. And on the lines, Berkeley, Jabari, and Bott. There's an inside handoff to LaRock, and he's going to be stacked up after no gain on the play. Maverick LaRock on the carry. 2nd down and 10.
Colton Zink had his number, the 5'9", 175-pounder from Central Plains. Had 146 tackles for the year, 1 interception, and also 1 fumble recovery. So great job by Colton Zink.
2nd down and 10. The ball right at the 15-yard line, so no gain on the play. This time it's Jubelaker in a flanker spot on the right side. There's a pitch back to LaRock. He's undercut at the line of scrimmage. Tranbarger in on the tackle for the West squad. Tanner Tranbarger came knifing in to make that hit, a pickup of a couple on the play. It's 3rd down and 8.
You don't think they're keying on LaRock and Jubelaker too much, do you?
Well, the thing is where LaRock goes, that's where the ball's going, whether Jubelaker's getting it or whether LaRock's getting it. 3rd down and 8. 20 yards passing in the first half for the East squad. Back to pass. It's going to be a screen to the left. LaRock makes the catch. He's trying to make something happen. He's buried.
Smothered him down.
A pickup of a yard on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down and most likely our first punting situation of the day.
I think you're going to be right. That was a great job in there by Tanner Tranbarger. Has been about everything here lately. 126 tackles for the year, 3 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery. 5'11", 160-pounder from Maxville.
Hawkins back to punt. Tranbarger back deep to receive for the West squad. The snap is a good one. The kick is away, and it's
good.
A boomer.
Oh, it's a boomer.
All the way back to the 20-yard line. Tranbarger takes it. Now he has some running room. Cuts it in and is going to be brought down by Junker, but not before he gets all the way up to the 36-yard line. So good field position. They'll mark it at the 35. Good field position for the West squad. 10-13 to go in the 3rd quarter.
That was a great job by Tanner. He did a great job there. Tranbarger. Of course, down for Maxwell Mustangs, he was the quarterback for them. Passed 92 receptions at 132, over 1,100 yards for them guys this year. And 11 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and of course, around the ball for over 1,000 yards. So you see why he's so deceptive, so valuable for this team today.
1st down and 10 from the 35-yard line.
Come out and roll double tight ends.
Kennedy will be the man in the shotgun, and he's going to give it off. And it is Krager on the carry. He's buried at the line of scrimmage. Junker is there. Also from Clifton Clyde, Caleb Gelino. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
Caleb Gelino had 137 tackles, 1 interception, fumble recovery for the Clifton Clyde Eagles this year. 6 foot, 180-pounder. Caleb Gelino played for Russ Steinbrock.
2nd down and 10. Thompson's the D-end on the far side for Madison. We're going to talk about his teammate Hayden Sear here in just a little bit. There's Kennedy. He breaks the tackle, looking for a block, gets a little bit of one, and is pushed out of bounds.
Close. 1st down.
And boy, Matt Jones got destroyed on a block. It's close to a 1st down. I believe he has it. He picked up 11. And Jones is needing some help up. Boy, he got his clock cleaned. 11-yard pickup for Kennedy. And we have our next dead ball. We're going to talk about Hayden Sear. Very deserving award given out to him last night. We'll talk about it here in just a bit. 9:28 to go and counting in the 3rd quarter. The West All-Stars are driving down again, and Matt Jones.
He's feeling the pain, ain't he?
Yeah, he's getting checked out by the training staff right now. 1st down and 10. And there's another inside handoff, and nothing going that time. They tried to run that same inside handoff they did in the first half with Kobe Lindsey, and
Elijah Smith got him.
Nowhere. Elijah Smith keeping that outside arm free, makes the tackle, a loss of 5 on the play. It will bring up 2nd down and a long 15.
6'7", 205-pounder from West Elk, had 84 tackles this year, an interception and 2 fumble recoveries, and it showed you why he's a big, tall, tough defensive end for the East Team All-Stars.
Second down and 15. The defense has been the name of the game so far this afternoon. There's an option to the right side. Cutting down Kennedy. He's going to be hit and dropped. And underneath is Vanderpool. Also Yunker in there to help make the play, and Elijah Smith forced him back inside. It's a pickup of a yard and a half, maybe 2 on the play. It's third down and 13.
That's a great job by Caden Vanderpool, the free safety with 7 interceptions this year, of course. 6 foot, 175 pounder, and he read that place, had it sniffed out. But if he don't make that tackle, I think Kennedy was shifty enough here, he's going to have a big gain out of it.
He was trying to shift back to the outside and had nowhere to go. So third down and 13 as the West squad trying to take advantage. Their defense was able to get a 3 and out.
Oh, we got a late coming on the field here.
Zach Shue comes in at the right guard from Hodgman County, and we have a flag on the play. Or do we have a timeout before the flag? We have a timeout. We'll take it with you. 8:10 to go in the third quarter. East up 14-8. We're back after this on Smoky Hills Public Television.
Production of the 8-man Division I All-Star Football Game is brought to you in part by an underwriting grant from Pryor Automatic Fire Sprinkler Incorporated, serving the fire protection needs of Kansas, specializing in the design and installation of automatic fire sprinkler systems in new and existing buildings for residential, commercial, and industrial customers. Pryor Automatic Fire Sprinkler Incorporated, when quality means safety. Main Street Drug, Osborne. Simmons Furniture and Appliance, Osborne. H&B Communications, Holyrood. Fidelity Property Management, Jetmore.
From Rural Telephone and Nextech, providing the region with telephone, internet, cable television, and wireless phone solutions, Rural Telephone and Nextech proudly support public broadcasting and all ventures dedicated to improving Kansas communities.
Third down and 13. Ball on the 37-yard line. The West All-Stars with the ball. They trail 14-8, 8:10 to go in the third quarter. Probably the most defense we've seen in a while, Larry Jantz, on an 8-man field.
That's absolutely. I mean, they're playing sound football. They're taking care of the responsibility, like, Coach Dole said, and of course, both so did Romney, Runyon. Both those coaches said our kids, each of them need to play 1/8 of their responsibility. Just do your own job. Don't try to do the other guys. And they've been doing a good job, haven't they, Jeremy?
They have. And Caleb Danoon, the 6'5", 765-pounder from Yates Center, is up on the nose tackle. He's going to try and get up underneath Mitchell Johnson. There's the snap. They're going to throw it. Kennedy is going to step up. He's going to run it now, and he is going to be brought down. A nice play by Brett Peters, keeping him contained. Pickup looks like about 3 on the play. It's going to bring up fourth down.
Yeah, Brett Peters, 6'3", 195-pounder from Lynn, had 90 tackles, 3 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery this year for his high school team, and today he's one of the East All-Stars. Great job of there. Short gain, about 3 yards. It's going to bring up fourth down, and let's call it 10 yards. So now what's in the playbook? What's Coach Dole have to play now, or him and Chris Haig?
Trambarger is in the shotgun formation. He will take the snap, back to pass, under pressure, steps up. He's hit. He's still on his feet. He's going to throw it down the field. Has a man. It's intercepted. The second interception of the ball game. This time brought to you by Zane Mills. Boy, he had a man deep, but Trambarger just staying alive, and probably the best thing he could have done, because now the East squad has the ball at their own 9-yard line after the interception.
Yeah, of course, if you had to think of again, maybe he would just knocked it down. And of course, great interception.
And you never want to take the chance to try. I mean, if you want to make for sure, just grab the football, and that's what he did. And they'll take over on their own 9-yard line, first down and 10. The East All-Stars back on offense. First down and 10. Back to pass. Hawkins in some trouble. He's going to be hit and dropped on the play.
Number 82 got him.
Steckline in on the tackle. Also Trevor Smyers from Little River. Cole Steckline out of Ness City.
And Trevor Myers for Coach Paul Dodds, Little River Indians, 6'1", 180-pounder. Had 93 tackles, 1 interception right there, and he showed you why.
Xavier Jabari coming off the field a little bit gimpy.
He was had a little ankle problem or something all during the camp, didn't he? I mean, when we saw him.
6:38 to go, third quarter. They're going to ride it, and the give to LaRock. He's going to be hit and dropped. He is going nowhere. In on the tackle again is Cole Steckline from Ness City. No gain on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
He was combined in there with Colton Zink. Cole Steckline at 72 tackles for the Ness City, and of course Chris Bamberger. 2 years ago, they were state champs when this kid would have been a sophomore. And then Colton Zink from Central Plains, 146 tackles, 1 interception, 1 fumble recovery at linebacker.
Split to the near side is going to be Arnold.
Twins both ways.
In the slot is Vanderpool. Back to pass Hawkins. Looking. He's still looking. He's going to launch one down the field. It's up in the air. It's tipped, and it is intercepted. Another Ness City Eagle in on the play. This time it was Trevor Hawkins. And 1st down from the 36-yard line for the West squad.
Great job by Trevor Hawkins, a 6'1", 175-pounder from Ness City Eagles. 36 tackles this year and 3 interceptions. Make it 4 now. He said just picked up one in the All-Star game.
So a nice interception, and now good field position for the West squad, a thrown 36. Matt Jones, it's nice to come seeing him back in the ball game after he got his clock cleaned on the last defensive possession. 1st down and 10.
Cleaned his plow, maybe instead of a clock, huh?
Ball's loose. It's handed off, and boy, that thing was a mess from the get-go. Yunker in on the tackle, also coming in to make the play was Austin Biggerstaff from Clifton Clyde, a loss of 3 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 13. Or 2nd and 12, either way you want to dice it.
Austin
2nd and long 12 or 2nd and short 13.
Okay, we've got it in motion.
And it's going to be Kennedy again up the middle. Smith is there. Also Peters from Lynn was in on the tackle. A pickup of 4 on the play, 3rd and 9.
13 Kennedy on it. Carry. Stopped by number 7. Peters and 81 Smith.
No quarterback counter didn't work so good that time for old Chase Kennedy.
Well, the East squad has done a good job of keeping that thing under control. There really hasn't been that big explosive play in the ball game.
There's a face mask.
And a face mask, incidental face mask.
Yeah.
So 5-yard penalty on the East squad.
So we got a 2nd down and maybe 5 yards to go.
2nd and 5. Here we go. Kennedy.
Uh-oh.
He's going to give it off to Krager, looking for a block. He's going to try and weave his way. He dives towards the 1st down marker. Just depends on where they mark it.
Just kind of looked like a pinball machine there. Bingo, bango, bongo, huh? Now he's zigging and zagging there, trying to get some room, old Krager.
And he's going to pick up 4 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 1.
Alex Krager, of course, he played quarterback for them Hodgman County Longhorns down there. 640 yards in the air, 7 touchdowns, and over 1,800 yards on their running game.
Kennedy's going to take the snap. He's going to run it right up the gut. He's hit. He's not going to make it.
Yunker.
No gain on the play. JT Yunker came slicing in, makes the tackle. It will bring up 4th down and 1.
Again, we said it in the first half, but JT Yunker is the all-time leading tackler for the South Haven. 6 foot, 205-pounder. He just showed you why.
Now Trambarger in. We'll see if they run the same play, but run it away from wherever number 4 is. That would be what I would do.
Yep.
And Trambarger up and over the pile. He picks up a couple on the play, and it's going to be enough for a 1st down.
That was a front flip, wasn't it?
He flew the friendly skies on that one and picks up the 1st down to the 33, about the 33-yard line.
That wasn't off a truck platform, but it was a front flip.
No.
Wasn't it?
1st down and 10. Trambarger is going to keep it. Little wheel play. He's going to have some running room to the outside. And Vanderpool saves the touchdown down to the 25-yard line. So a pickup of 9 on the play.
Trambarger's got some elusive speed there, huh? Missing tackles, but he's a little gimpy there coming up, maybe on an ankle or something. He's kind of came out, and he's kind of favoring that lower ankle, I think, talking to the trainer.
Second down and 1. Kennedy back in. He's going to option it to the right side. He's going to keep it. He has a first down, cuts it inside, and is going to be down to the 20. Picked up 4, and or make it 5 and a first down.
Well, they're sticking on their blocks pretty well that time there. Of course, the limit to turnovers, and they've got to be patient. They can stick on them blocks. Double tight end set here, of course, by Paul Doles from Little River and Clint Young from Cuyahoga County and Chris Steiner. That's the brain trust for the West All-Stars.
First and 10 from the 20-yard line. Which direction do they go? Dylan Tiemeyer in from Rollins County. They're going to give it to Krager. He has a little bit of running room, but that's closed down quickly with Elijah Smith. And then Caleb Danoon helps him out a little bit on the play. A gain of a couple on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 8.
Cameron Ginther took Elijah Smith to the outside, and of course he just cut up underneath of it, and for of course a short gain of only about 1.
2nd down and 8. Clock nearing 2 minutes to go, third quarter. A 14-8 lead for the East squad. They're going to try to throw it again. No, they are. Back to pass. Kennedy steps up under some pressure. Hit, drop. Boy, Elijah Smith tracked him down from the far side and followed it along and brought him down.
It was a great effort by him because he came from the opposite side of the field.
A short gain on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 7 after a pickup of 1.
And of course Elijah Smith, 6'7", the tallest player in the camp. 6'7", 205 pounders from West Elk. He breathes different air up there. Had 84 tackles, 1 interception, 2 fumble recoveries this year.
Ball on the 17-yard line. 3rd down and 7. 1:50 to go. They're going to throw it again. Kennedy in trouble again. Smith is there. He eludes him. He's not going to get Yunker. The ball's on the ground. Is it a fumble? We'll see. They're going to say he was down before he lost control of it. A quarterback sack, and boy, JT Yunker just drilled him.
He's lucky he didn't have a fumble.
A loss of 10 on the play. It's 4th and 17. Boy, JT Yunker just got after it.
So that's 4th down and only 27-yard line.
And you see it right here. Yunker came in and just hammered him hard. I tell you what, though, Evan Liebel from Central Plains trying to make the block on Yunker came back and pretty good shot on Kennedy as well.
Kind of hurt his own player, didn't he?
4th and 17. We'll see who's in to throw it. It's Kennedy. And another timeout is going to be called by the West squad with 55 seconds to go in the third quarter. We'll take it with you. 55 seconds to go in the third quarter. 14-8 East on Smoky Hills Public Television.
Production of the 8-man Division I All-Star Football Game is brought to you in part by an underwriting grant from ADM Grain, Jetmore.
From Rural Telephone and Nextech, providing the region with telephone, internet, cable television, and wireless phone solutions. Rural Telephone and Nextech proudly support public broadcasting and all ventures dedicated to improving Kansas communities.
BTI in Buckland, Greensburg, Ness City, and Pratt.
Panzer Incorporated of Lincoln installs open and closed cell spray on polyurethane foam insulation. They work statewide and use BASF product on new or existing buildings, including crawl spaces and agricultural, commercial, and residential structures. The Farmers Bank, Osborne.
4th down and 17 for the Division I West squad. They trail 14-8 with 55 seconds to go in the third quarter. They have the ball at the East 27-yard line. Jeremy McGuire along with Larry Jansen. Well, they've done it before on 3rd down and long, 2nd and long. We'll see if they can convert on 4th down and long.
They're going to have to, or they'll turn it over with third quarter almost coming to an end here. Not much here.
Hey, good crowd on hand today.
Yeah.
Near side, far side. Of course, beautiful weather here in Beloit. They did a good job of ordering up the nice stuff. And 4th down and 17.
And now we got time in. Referee Devin Treaster said, let's start the clock, the play clock.
Bigger staff along with Mills at the corner. They're going to go with a couple safeties. Jones dropping back from his linebacker position almost in the safety spot. Vanderpool in the safety.
Twins left and right.
Back to pass Kennedy. Under pressure. Steps up, throws it. It is going to be knocked down by Jones. Intended for Krager. Also in the vicinity was Trambarger, and a turnover on downs, and it will be 1st and 10 for the East squad at their own 27-yard line.
This time to just knock it down because it's 4th down. We're going to take over and get some little field position by not intercepting. So just knock it down, Matt Jones says. He had 65 tackles, 3 interceptions, and 6'6", 215. He's a pretty good-sized boy.
I tell you what, Matt Jones, 6'6".
Yeah, he probably like that 6'7". Like.
Here we go, 1st down and 10 for the East squad. Hawkins, they went 3 and out, their only possession so far in this half. They're going to give it left side to Hugh Blaker. He's rode down as he crosses the 30 up to the 31-yard line. And in on the tackle was Steckline from Ness City.
And Allward, both them guys. 34 and 14. Cole Steckline had 72 tackles for the Ness City Eagles. And Mark Elward from Solomon Gorillas, 6 foot, 200-pounder. He had 109 tackles this year and 5 interceptions. That's a bunch and 3 fumble recoveries. Here we go, 2nd
down and 7. Yeah. They're going to give it left side. Hugh Blaker has a little running room, and he's going to pick up pretty good yardage out across the 40 and down to the 37-yard line.
He's ticked off, though. Yubi's ticked off that he didn't go all the way that time because he had a crease.
And a 1st down, and once they set the chains, it will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And teams will go scoreless in the 3rd quarter as the clock winds down, and we're at 0 in the 3rd quarter. We go to the 4th quarter. We have a good ball game. East on top 14-8 on Smoky Hills Public Television.
Production of the 8-man Division I All-Star Football Game is brought to you in part by an underwriting grant from Main Street Drug, Osborne, Simmons Furniture and Appliance, Osborne, H&B Communications, Holyrood, Fidelity Property Management, Jetmore.
From Rural Telephone and Nextech, providing the region with telephone, internet, cable television, and wireless phone solutions, Rural Telephone and Nextech proudly support public broadcasting and all ventures dedicated to improving Kansas communities.
Panzer Incorporated of Lincoln installs open and closed cell spray on polyurethane foam insulation. They work statewide and use BASF product on new or existing buildings, including crawl spaces and agricultural, commercial, and residential structures. Northwest Kansas Pizza Huts, located in Norton, Oberlin, Plainville, Waukeeny, Hill City, Stockton, Atwood, St. Francis, Smith Center, Ellsworth, Hoisington, Lincoln, Osborne, Goodland, Colby, and Oakley support our area high school athletes.
14-8 East with the ball, 1st and 10 at the West 38-yard line as we start the 4th quarter. I want to get a little props to a young man on the East squad that's not here today. Hayden Searer from Madison won the Jerry Slayton Most Inspirational Player of the Camp Award. And young man is serving our country with the United States Marine Corps in boot camp, and so was not able to make it. So a big shout out to Hayden Searer, Madison Bulldog.
And also that the kid that hurt today is on the sidelines.
And there's a give to LaRock, and he is going to sling forward down to the 35-yard line, picks up 3 yards on the play.
Remember, we visited with Paxton Knoll, too, Jeremy, before the game, and of course he's injured, had ligaments in his foot from Westell. Going to go Coffee Yojuko, but probably smart to set out this game.
2nd down and 7.
They're getting ready.
Back to pass. Hawkins throws it out in the flat.
Boom.
Jubelaker gets blasted but makes the catch.
Great concentration.
Good tackle over there on the far side, brought down by Dylan Tiemeyer from Rollins County. Picks up another 3 yards, 3rd and 4.
Yeah, Dylan Tiemeyer from Rollins County, Dion Horenick, the legendary Dan Lankus and Mike Lankus on coaching guys from their past. 47 tackles this year, 4 interceptions, 3 fumble recoveries by Dylan Tiemeyer. So here we go.
Well, the East went 3 and out on their first possession of the second half. This is 3rd down. Jubelaker has some running room. Jubelaker into the secondary. He's brought down at the 15-yard line.
And move the sticks, Zebras. We got a first down by Ubi.
They'll mark it at the 16, so a 16-yard pickup and a first down. He's starting to get some holes, Larry.
Kind of runs like the ball like his dad did, old Kenny, when he was a kid, or even Uncle Doug. Huh?
I'm going to go with better.
Oh, really? Better? Better than his dad's and his uncle? That good?
I didn't stutter, did I?
No, you didn't. Wasn't your dad, wasn't your turn.
First down and 10 from the 16. There's the pitch to LaRock. He's looking to get to the edge, and he is going to stumble forward.
They stretched it out.
We'll see where they mark it out at. He's going to be out of bounds after a pickup of a couple down to the 14-yard line.
Now the West job did a great job stretching that play out.
11 carries, 52 yards in the ball game for Maverick LaRock. Kenton Jubelaker with 10 carries and 54 yards. Anthony Hawkins, 8 carries, 27 yards. 2nd and 8, split backfield. Hawkins going to keep it himself. He has a blocker. Jabari in front of him, but coming up to make the play was Hawkins from Ness City, and he might have saved a touchdown there.
He did a great job. Trevor Hawkins, 6'1", 175-pounder from Ness City Eagles. 36 tackles this year and 3 interceptions for old Chris Bamberger's team.
Pickup of 6 yards on the play for Hawkins.
And 3rd and short. Call it 2, huh, Jeremy?
3rd down and 2. The ball at the 8-yard line. Here's the give right side. Jubelaker inside the 5.
First
has
and
a
goal.
first down. It is brought down at the 3. Picks up 3 yards.
That'd be a first and goal.
First and goal, east side.
First down and goal from the 3. Jubelaker with 59 yards on the ball game. Looking to find pay dirt.
Got split backs by LaRock and Jubelaker, so guess what?
Ball's on the ground and it's recovered by Hawkins. Second fumble on a missed snap and a loss of a yard back to, we'll see if they mark it back to the 4th. They keep it right there at the 3.
I think he's getting
loss of about a half a yard on the play. So
forgot to follow with the center forwards and pulled out a little too quick, and lucky they recovered their own fumble.
2nd down and goal. East wants to make this a 2-score ball game. Hawkins is going to keep it. Cuts it in. He's into the end zone for the touchdown. A good clear out block from Maverick LaRock, and Hawkins scores his 2nd rushing touchdown. He's also thrown for a score, and it is 20-8 in favor of the East squad.
You can see a little deception there. Of course, he passed the ball this year for the South Haven team, 658 yards, 7 touchdowns, but he also rushed 1,113 yards for 14 touchdowns on the ground. And does a great job there, but putting the ball on his hip and fooled everybody right in the end zone.
And he's going to, Hawkins in the East squad going for 2. They're going to throw it. Looking, Hawkins still looking. He's going to keep it. He is not going to make it.
Sure.
Ball squirts out, but he is down, and the 2-point conversion attempt is no good. And the East squad has scored 20 unanswered points. 8:48 to go here in the 4th quarter, Larry, and boy, a nice run to the right side. You saw the good kick-out block from LaRock, and Hawkins, really the offensive MVP in this ball game for the East squad. He's thrown for a score and ran for 2 more.
He's done a great job for them. And course, they're playing just sound, good football, and now they got a little breathing room by being up by the 12 points. So a little breathing room with 8:48 to go in the ball game.
Now you have to ask yourself, does the West squad have to start putting the ball in the air now?
Well, at least mixing up a little bit more than what they have. I think they need to get them a little bit off balance, so that a little deception that they don't know what's hitting them.
Well, Devin Freeman, who kicks for the East squad, is yet to put the ball in the end zone. So, and the West squad has attempted a couple of fake end arounds. At this point, do you make sure that you actually hand it off and try and create the illusion?
Oh, yeah, give them the old Roger Barr to Smith Center deal.
Yeah, just hand it off. Don't even fake it. They faked the last two. We'll see if Freeman can get it into the end zone. It is not going to get there. It's taken by Hawkins. He fumbles it, picks it up.
He gave it to him.
Is going to hand it off, and in some big trouble is Framberger. He's brought down at the 7-yard line. He's down as the ball squirts free, and 70. We're going to mark it at the 6. They only have 74 yards to go to get to the end zone. 8:42 to go in the ball game.
Just 74?
That's it.
Really?
They can rip it off on one play.
That's true. They need it too.
This is an all-star game. There are some athletes out there, that's for sure.
And they need that type of a scoring punch right here, quick.
Ball at the 6, 1st and 10. Zach Shue will be on the offensive line. Terhune is going to be out there. Mitchell Johnson will snap at I formation. Krager in the backfield. He's going to get it. Goes left side. He breaks through, but picks up a couple yards on the play. Gelino from Clifton Clyde on the tackle. And I'll say a pickup of
maybe 4. Got it about the
bring up
10-yard line.
6.
Yeah, that's a good run. A little slant play, a little bit off guard, between the guard and the end. By Krager from the old Hodgman County Longhorns.
Kobe Lindsey in at fullback position. Now they're going to go right side, and a little bit of running room. This time it's Mason DeMars, the Solomon Gorilla, 1,327 yards on the ground this year. And he's going to pick up about 4, maybe 5. We'll call it 5. It's 3rd down and 1.
It's been pretty tough for the Gorillas from Solomon on Mason DeMars. 185 carries, 1,327 yards, 23 touchdowns and also 6 receptions for 70 yards and 2 touchdowns in the air. So great job.
3rd and 1. There's the snap.
Quick
to give up the middle to Lindsey. He's going to have enough for a 1st down. Picks up 3 yards on the play. It'll bring up 1st and 10.
Carry, stop by number 4, Junker.
JT Junker on the tackle.
Yeah, Cody Lindsey did a great job. 6 foot, 230 pounder from South Central. He's a bull. 84 carries, 780 yards, 8 touchdowns this year. Also caught the ball twice, or 2 receptions for 35 yards. Kobe Lindsey.
1st and 10, ball out to the 17. 7:18 to go in the ball game. Kennedy's going to pitch it out. The ball's on the ground. Kennedy picks up a loose one, and he's going to be buried in the backfield.
Whoa, look at him go back to that freezer
fight. We
fight.
have a little bit of action back there.
Fight. No, Krager.
Devin Freeman and Alex Krager having a discussion. But it's going to bring up 3rd down and long after the fumble, all the way back to the 10-yard line. So it is 3rd down and 17.
You call that a discussion?
Yeah.
81 tackles.
They were talking.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't mean it was pleasantries, but they were talking.
81 tackles, 3 fumble recoveries by Devin Freeman, and from Rock Hills, 6'1", 185-pounder, and of course Alex Krager on the West All-Stars, 5'11", 170-pounder from Hodgman County Longhorns. Little rooster action going back there, little fighting.
28 to score. Score brought to you by Panzer Inc. And it is 2nd down and 17, not 3rd down. So I'll get my down straight. Back into the I formation double tight set. Kennedy Going to give it off to the left side. Krager on the carry again, breaks a tackle and gets out to the 14-yard line. Pick up a 4 on the play. Going to bring up 3rd down and 13.
He's pretty feisty for them, and you know he was quarterback for the Longhorns. Of course, today they got so many quarterbacks on the team, but he's a nice running back. Rushed the ball 204 times for almost 1,800 yards, 32 touchdowns for the Hodgman County Longhorns this year.
3rd down and 13.
What pass play, huh?
They're going to run it. Trambarger coming near side. He's going to be hit and dropped. Might have picked up 4 or so. The young man from Madison, Dallas Thompson, on the tackle.
I would have thought they was going to have that quarterback throwback play that worked so well for him in the first half, huh? Played like that. Little deception's what prior to that snap's what I thought they might call.
Well, now they are almost forced to go for it with 5 minutes to go in the ball game. It's 4th down and 9.
Yeah, and unfortunately, on about their own, they
are going to. They're going to show they're going to punt it, but don't be surprised if they fake it. They do get the punt away, and that is going to be roughing the kicker. And Colton Zink is down and gets up. Of course, he's a linebacker. I don't think he should be able to play the I'm a punter and got hurt play, should he?
A little laundry on the field. A little yellow laundry. It's going to be incidental running into kicker. I think it's going to be the full.
Running into the kicker, so a 5-yard penalty.
Is that all?
Against the East.
1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh, that's a big one.
It is a big one. Thought they said running in, but
Scott Creer marked it off.
Defense, automatic first down.
Automatic first down, Devin Treaster says, excuse me.
Well, that's a big one.
Yes, it was.
That is a big one, and a West first down.
Was that pass play he was looking for?
Well,
it worked as such.
Just as effective.
Yeah, it was.
Doesn't matter how you get it. If you're the West squad, you really don't care.
You needed it. With 4:37 to go in the game, they needed it.
1st and 10, the ball at the 33-yard line. Man in motion is Krager. He comes across. He's not going to get it, but right up the middle goes Kennedy. He's going to pick up 5 on the play at 2nd and 5.
Chase Kennedy from the Hoxie Indians had 169 carries, 980 yards, 18 touchdowns on the ground this year. Of course, for them, he also threw the ball 56 out of 92 attempts for 657 yards. Chase Kennedy, 5'9", 155-pounder from Hoxie Indians.
Tell you what, I am going to throw the ball. You got to try and throw it here pretty quickly because that clock.
Now you're under 4 minutes.
The clock is not your friend. Motion man. Kennedy's going to keep it again. He's going to be hit. Breaks free. Still on his feet. Tries to get to the sideline.
First down.
Has the first down to the 35-yard line. Picks up 7.
But like you mentioned, Jeremy, the clock is not your friend right now. 3:48 and counting. Well, it's stopped right now to move the sticks, but you're down 12 points. You got less than 4 minutes to go in the game. You better figure out some way you can gain yards and stop the clock quick.
The East is on top, 20-8. Kennedy by himself in the backfield. Has time to throw.
Right.
Steps up, in some trouble, telling him to go down the field, laying one up for Trambarger. It is incomplete. Freeman on the coverage. It'll
I think
bring
if
up
he would
2nd down.
Even if he would have caught it, I think it'd been out of bounds and that one there by looks like the flight of the ball. So anyway, it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the East 35-yard line.
Of course, you got to be figuring that the East is going to be
they're
looking for that throwback. But like you mentioned just a moment ago, so many quarterbacks on the roster. 20-8 to score.
They've got a lot of skilled people that got good hands, either throwing or catching it on their team. So there's going to be less than 3 people rushing for the East, as you can see.
Kennedy with time to throw, throws it over the middle. It's caught by Lindsey. He's going to have a first down. He fumbles it, but out of bounds.
He's still fumbling
it in. He keeps
for
the
first
possession.
down,
they pick up 11 and a first down and out of bounds. Well, there's that pass we were looking for.
There we go. And that's a good one across the middle. Kobe Lindsey, 6 footer, 230 pounder. You can see he was a bull. He was carrying a lot of luggage with him there. 84 carries, 780 yards, 8 touchdowns, and had 2 receptions for 35. That's all he had this year, but he just got another reception in an All-Star game.
Well, if the West does score here, I wonder if they practice the onside kick this week.
Yeah. We'll find out.
Krager in motion. They're not going to hand it to him. It's Kennedy looking for some running room. He has it, and he's going to be brought down inbounds. Trambarger runs him down from behind. If he hadn't got him, Zane Mills was waiting. Pickup of 6 on the play. It's 2nd and 4.
There's good fundamental defense in there because they send the guy in motion to try to take a guy out of your area. Then they bring Kennedy back to the void area, they hope. But it's well defensed by the East team.
2:30 to go. 20-8. Our score brought to you by Panzer Inc. Kennedy to throw, steps up, throws it out in the flat, incomplete. Threw off his back foot. He didn't step into that throw. Clock stops.
He's disgusted.
3rd down and 4.
Disgusted with himself on that one, but good effort in anyway.
Trambarger was open.
Yeah, well, that's one that brings up 3rd and a short 5 yards with 2:23 to go in the game, and they're still trailing by that 12 points. So they need to make something happen here by the West. And the defense will only have 3 people rushing the ball if they added that.
3rd down. Krager in motion. He's going to get the carry. He has some room.
Good
Cuts it
down.
inside the 10. Brought down at the 7-yard line.
First and
it's
goal.
1st and goal.
Move the sticks, Zebras. Let's go.
A pickup of 10 on the play. Longest run of the ball game for Krager. 15 first downs for the West, only 8 for the East, but they've done enough to put some more points on the board. Krager again, and this time it's going to be Kennedy that'll keep it. Runs to the outside, cuts it in.
He's
Still on his feet. Oh, Houdini, touchdown!
And they needed it with 2:03 to go.
Chase Kennedy from Hoxie from 7 yards out, and we still have ourselves a ball game with 2:03 to go.
All righty. They scored the first to start the game out 8-0, and it took them now to 2 minutes left to go in the ball game to get their 2nd touchdown in the West. Now we're going to have at least a 2-point extra point coming in here to maybe shorten up the gap to 20-16. We'll find out. They're down by 1 touchdown right now, 20-14 with a 2-point extra point attempt coming up. Jeremy?
What an escape.
Uh-oh, timeout. We got to think about it.
Yeah, we do have a timeout on the field with 2:03 to go. 2:03 to go in the ball game. We'll take the timeout with you. 20-14 East on Smoky Hills Public Television.
Production of the 8-man Division I All-Star Football Game is brought to you in part by an underwriting grant from Panzer Incorporated of Lincoln. Installs open and closed cell spray on polyurethane foam insulation. They work statewide and use BASF product on new or existing buildings, including crawl spaces and agricultural, commercial, and residential structures.
BTI in Buckland, Greensburg, Ness City, and Pratt.
Northwest Kansas Pizza Huts, located in Norton, Oberlin, Plainville, Waukeeny, Hill City, Stockton, Atwood, St. Francis, Smith Center, Ellsworth, Hoisington, Lincoln, Osborne, Goodland, Colby, and Oakley support our area high school athletes. The Farmers Bank Osborne. The law office of Dietz and Hardman, with locations in Osborne and Smith Center, extends congratulations and best wishes to all the athletes earning 8-man Division I All-Star recognition. Your achievement is a source of pride for all of us. Good job. ADM Grain, Jetmore.
2:03 to go. The West just scored on a 7-yard run that made Chase Kennedy look like Harry Houdini. He escaped from several East All-Stars. They're going for 2 now, trailing by a score of 20-14. Man in motion. And there's the give coming to the goal line.
He's in.
And he's in for the 2-point conversion.
Great job at number 7.
Dylan Tiemeyer from Rawlins County scores the 2-point conversion, and it is 20-16. And with only 1 timeout, Larry, you have to figure that they are going to do the onside kick. And Tiemeyer with a good collision at the goal line. Jones was there, but could not bring him down. And it is time to do one of the funnest plays in football with an onside kick, I would have to bet.
Kick. Absolutely. And Tiermar did a great job for this year for the Rowan County Buffaloes. He passed the ball. He's quarterback. He was great in track. 48 pass receptions out of 93 attempts, over 704 yards, 15 touchdowns in the air. Carried the ball 118 carries for 766 yards, and nothing more important now in the All-Star game than stretching out and making sure you got in the end zone for that 2 points to shorten the gap to only 4 points now. The West trails by only 4, 20-16.
Our score brought to you by Panzer Inc. Yeah, we'll see how they decide to go with it. You know, they surely have practiced it a couple times. The East squad in their huddle, the West squad in their huddle, talking. The East saying, you know what, fellas, if that ball gets anywhere near you, you better just grab it and just go down to the ground like a sack of potatoes. You don't want to have to do anything fancy with it.
Yeah.
You don't want to do anything fancy. Beautiful turf here in Beloit.
If that pigskin's coming at you, get on it.
Yep, has to go 10 yards. And Romney Runyon, the head coach from Central Burden, is standing right where his kids need to be.
He's reminding them of that fact, isn't he?
And it will be Trambarger to kick it. Doing the onside, he's going to adjust it. It's going to go left. That or they're going to leave Colton Zink on an island over here all by himself.
Whoever it's going to be.
Zink's going to kick it now.
How's it going to bounce off this regular turf?
It has
be
to
a
go.
pooch kick.
It has to go 10 yards before the kicking team can touch it. No, now it's Trambarger. It's a pooch right back at the middle, and it is going to be fielded by
number 20,
Vanderpool, and it will be East ball at their own 36-yard line. And if they can get a first down, they can salt this thing away and come away with the victory.
I guess West has used like what timeouts is one?
One timeout for the West,
they got
two
two
for
timeouts
the East.
left. They can only stop it twice then, huh?
Once. One timeout for the West.
So here we go.
First down and 10.
Ball control.
There's the give, and it's Yuba Laker. He's going to lose a yard on the play. Now they'll mark him back at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
There's a great tackle in there by Mark Elward. 6 foot, 200-pounder from Solomon. He had 109 tackles this year and 5 interceptions and 3 fumble recoveries.
And it is the last timeout available for the West squad, and this is where those timeouts towards the end of the third quarter really come back to bite you.
Yeah, because we don't have that many TV timeouts, do we, at this level?
No, there's no 2-minute warning. There's nothing like that. So if you're the West squad, you have to attack. You can't let them get a first down. And if you're the East squad, Romney Running's telling you 2 things. Hang on to the football. Don't go out of bounds.
That's right. Yep. Cover the points of that football. Cover that. Keep those pigskin points covered, because they're going to be trying to pull at you and try to force a fumble to get the ball back. So don't try to stretch it out and make any more than what you got. Get what you can and get down on the turf.
Let me ask you this crazy question. You know they're going to be selling out to come stop the run. Do you dare throw it here?
Oh, I don't think Coach Romney will, or Romney Runyon. I don't think he will.
If it was Madden football and video games, you might.
That's right.
But this has a little meaning to it. 2nd down and 10. And
oh, look at there.
The backfield, Yuba Laker is barely able to get the ball on the handoff, and he's going to be finally brought down. Liebel helping out. Now they need to hurry up and get off and help the
spot
the
the
officials
clock.
let them spot the ball. And they spot it with 1:35 on the clock.
3rd down and a good 13 yards. The clock's running with 1:28, 7 and counting down.
Well, if you are the West squad and you get the stop here and then allow the officials to spot it quickly, you'll still get the ball back, but there will not be much time left.
Right now they're going to call another timeout.
And a timeout called by the East squad with 1:10 to go. We'll take it with you. The East leading 20-16. A big third down play coming up on Smoky Hills Public Television.
Production of the 8-man Division I All-Star Football Game is brought to you in part by an underwriting grant from Northwest Kansas Pizza Huts, located in Norton, Oberlin, Plainville, Waukegan, Hill City, Stockton, Atwood, St. Francis, Smith Center, Ellsworth, Hoisington, Lincoln, Osborne, Goodland, Colby, and Oakley support our area high school athletes. The law office of Dietz and Hardman, with locations in Osborne and Smith Center, extends congratulations and best wishes to all the athletes earning 8-man Division I All-Star recognition. Your achievement is a source of pride for all of us. Good job. Pryor Automatic Fire Sprinkler Incorporated, serving the fire protection needs of Kansas, specializing in the design and installation of automatic fire sprinkler systems in new and existing buildings for residential, commercial, and industrial customers. Pryor Automatic Fire Sprinkler Incorporated, when quality means safety.
Third down and 13 for the Division I East squad. They lead 20-16, a minute 10 to go in the ball game. Jeremy McGuire, Larry Jantz. The West is out of timeouts. If they get the stop here and the ball's spotted, about how much time can they expect to have?
Not much. And what's interesting is this is the 29th All-Star game. And the only time a game ever went in overtime, of course, there's not a 4-point play, and we got 4 points here difference. The first game of the ever played was the one that went in overtime, 20-14. Back when they had North versus South. Let's see what happens.
Here we go, 3rd and 13. Hawkins, he's going to roll to his right. He has a block. He's still on his feet. He's still going and brought down. He leans forward. They'll spot it at the 38-yard line. 58 seconds on the clock. The official spots it quickly. They mark it ready for play with 54 seconds. 52 seconds officially.
And that's pretty smart play by Coach Romney Runyon and his brain trust. Let's don't risk a handoff to either Victor or LaRock. Take the snap and just let it keep in Hawkins' hand. And
I think they're going to run it down.
Absolutely.
And call a timeout. As the back judge is calling it, they call the timeout with 27 seconds, and we'll keep it right here. Now let me ask you this question. Do you dare try it? Do you punt the football away here? With the lack of, you've practiced it a few times, but the snap could go bad, the kick could go bad, you could have some 6-7 guy come flying through and get the ball, or do you go for it here on what's going to be a 4th down and 4?
I think I'd keep it on the ground and I'd go for it. I wouldn't risk the snap and the punt like we just talked about. To me, All-Star game with only this week to practice on it. They haven't had to punt the ball hardly at all today, have they? So why risk it now? Just keep the ball on the ground.
They punted the ball once.
One time. But I think I would keep it on the ground.
We'll see what they do. The West squad is eyeing it. Hawkins is going to go back in punt formation. We'll see who hovers over the football. John Bott from Lynn. Devin Freeman comes in late. Tanner Trambarger goes back. He wants to get his hands on this football. Boy, we have a false start. False start on the right side of that line. It looked like Colin Berkeley from Osborne.
Well, now it's going to bring about 4th and 10.
On the offense, 5-yard penalty, replay, 4th down.
6 penalties, 60 yards against the East squad.
Yes, sir, Mr. Treaster.
4 penalties, 44 yards against the West. Well, that gives Trambarger a little bit more room to run with 27 seconds. There's a snap back. It's a good one. Hawkins gets it away and wisely kicks that thing
out of
where
bounds.
Trambarger cannot touch it. It goes out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. Out past the 10 at the 12-yard line. A beautiful punt from Hawkins. 21 seconds left to go. The West squad has a chance. That's all you can ask for. They did what they had to do.
That's right.
And now they have a long way to go.
68
and a short time to get there.
68 yards to go in 21 seconds. You'd better not be running it now.
Where is what was the guy that sang that song for Smokey and the Bandit? Jerry Reed.
Oh.
And a long way to go. I'm going to stop singing now. All right.
That's probably a good thing.
1st down and 10.
You'll probably give Les and them guys in the truck a heart attack.
Now They're probably laughing right now. Rodrigo just fell off his chair.
Well, Michael Quaid probably did.
First down and 10. Back to pass Kennedy. Looking, throws it over, looking for a hook and ladder. It's fumbled, and the ball's on the ground, and now there's trouble because the clock is running. The clock is running with 10 seconds. You've just got to go, and you got to run a play. And they are going to down it with 2 seconds on the clock.
We got one play to go. Lack of a penalty.
Lack of a defensive penalty. It's going to bring up second down and 10.
Oh, who was the pass completed to? I don't know.
I know Krager was the guy they were.
Yeah, they were trying to get the ball back to Traeger.
Third down. Or second down and 10 now. I think they have it marked on the far side wrong. That was the first play. So second down and 10. No, first, second, doesn't matter. Back to pass, and now Kennedy's going to run with it. He's going to be brought down from behind. He's going to pick up 8 yards, but that 8 yards is not going to get her done, and the East squad has come up with the victory, Larry Jantz, by a score of 20-16. They win the ball game. A hard-fought game on both sides, and these are the type of games you like to see in this format.
Very exciting.
Hard-fought games.
Division I East-West All-Star game today. 4-point victory for the East, 20-16. And remember, in the first game ever in 1986, the first time the game ever went to overtime, Jeremy. 20-14, clear back in 1986. So it had visions of that today, but didn't work.
Tell you what, fun game. You look at the battles. These young men were popping pads.
Yeah, they were.
They were getting after it, popping some pads, and seemed like they were enjoying their time in the East after getting thumped last year by 48. Back on the winning side this year, and Romney Runyon has to feel a little redemption. He was on the coaching staff last year that lost, but this year he's on the winning coaching staff. So something these kids will remember forever and ever and ever, being out here on this field today.
Absolutely. And there's all winners. They're all going to go on, but they only had that week practice, so that's remarkable performance today with just that short week of practice, I think, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to get anything installed in that amount of time, offensively, defensively, and to get everybody on the same page. And boy, they did that today. I mean, both teams really did that. You look at the East squad, they were down 8-0 early and were able to drive down, tie it up in the second quarter. They scored 20 unanswered points, and just not enough time left on the clock for the West squad. A couple timeouts that they took in the third quarter, and they could have really used them in the fourth quarter. Didn't have them, but they should not hang their heads. A heck of a football game.
Absolutely. Both teams ought to feel very good at how they've done. We'll come up short on the scoreboard as they got their old careers with them, whatever. A lot of them's going to play JUCO ball or college ball, go on there, and had a great camp, great learning experience. They made friends forever.
Anthony Hawkins from South Haven, 6'3", 195-pounder. He had 12 carries, 43 yards, a couple of touchdowns. He also threw the ball 5 times, completed 4 of them for 24 yards, also threw a touchdown, and did throw 1 interception, but Anthony Hawkins really played well today, managed the football game. Sometimes can be an overused term, but he managed the game well and didn't have any big mistakes, and that ended up being the difference. He kept that East offense under control the whole way.
Yeah, and of course that's what part of their game plan was, to use LaRock as a fullback, and of course Ubelaker Speed as a tailback, and then had a little mid-steps because he had a few rollouts. Hawkins had a few rollouts, little quarterback keepers, and did a good job.
And you look at LaRock, had 52 yards on 11 carries. Ubelaker 56 yards on 13 carries. We already mentioned Hawkins with 43 yards on 12 carries. On the other side of the football, Chase Kennedy, he had 21 carries, 76 yards, also scored a touchdown in the ball game. Kobe Lindsay, 3 carries for 2 yards. Mason DeMars, a carry for 5 yards. Trevor Powell, 6 carries for 12 yards. Tanner Trambarger had 8 carries for 40 yards. Alex Krager with 9 carries for 23 yards. So both teams spread the wealth offensively, and that's another thing you like to see in these all-star games, seeing different kids get some different playing opportunities, and it was evident today.
Oh, well, you could see that the West team had probably 4 or 5 quarterbacks coming in, so they did a great job letting different people, you know, whether it's Kennedy or Krager or Trambarger, it didn't make any difference. They had several weapons there that I loved that play early in the first half when the quarterback threw back to another quarterback, that big long gainer, that pass play. That was a good deception. They caught him off guard.
A fun game today. The East All-Stars redeemed themselves from a year ago. They get the win by a score of 20-16. A special thanks to everybody who made this Division I 8-man All-Star game possible. For color analyst Larry Jantz, this is Jeremy McGuire saying so long from Beloit.